learned quite a bit about the situation. In the United States, we have not had any input from the Cuban scientific community into the question of what happened to the diplomats. And for several months now, the Cuban experts have been working on this problem. I think it's impressive, the team that they put together, multidisciplinary, the questions they're asking, the scientific approach that they've taken to really try to solve this issue. I think the online forum is especially useful to disseminate what they've learned so far and to have an open communication. It's much better to be able to discuss this openly than to keep findings closed and allow people to speculate about what really happened. In the United States, the scientists have generally come to the conclusion that no single sonic weapon could explain the variety of symptoms that have been reported. As far as I know, the scientific experts in the US have not seen the original data. They're just reacting to reports of what the diplomats say they experienced, the symptoms they had, and some of the recordings that have been made public about the sounds in the environment that were attributed to the sonic weapon. But the US expert community has not been able to come to any conclusion about what kind of device could possibly explain the range of symptoms. I think in the past, Cuban and American scientists have worked together really well on challenging problems. For example, in the early 1990s in Cuba, there were cases of unexplained optical neuritis, so infections of the eye, that US and Cuban scientists solved that problem together. They came to the solution. Recently, during the Ebola outbreak in Africa, Cuban and American doctors worked together. I see no reason why Cuban and US scientists working together collaboratively, looking at the original data and solving this question. We need to put this problem behind us so we can resume normal relations again, normal diplomatic relations. These have been harmed because of the expectation, the fear that something happened to the diplomats. Perhaps one possibility is to have a mediator bring the two scientific communities together. Third party. It could even be a non-governmental association in the United States. A meeting could be held even in neutral territory like Mexico, bringing the scientists together, giving them the original data, and then hopefully being able to conclusively state what happened, what didn't happen, and allow the countries to resume progress together. Well, I think the claims of the sonic weapon have been pretty much rebutted now. Scientists in the US and Cuba say that it's physically impossible for these symptoms as they've been described to be caused by a sonic weapon. So I think what else may have happened? I think there's just simply not enough data to allow scientists to give a absolute conclusion. That's why it's necessary to bring the scientists together to solve it.